Hello everyone, I'm Sean. Alright, and this is Everyday Food Reviews. Today, I've got another couple of these Tiger 20% juice drinks. We've got Grape, Explode, and Bubblegum. Now I mentioned in the last video that I did on these, looking at the cactus and mango, that the can designs were kind of reminiscent of Rockstar. A bit more vivid. I personally prefer them to the old or the new Rockstar cans, but the flavours are also reminiscent of Rockstar. We've got Granat Explode, which I'm pretty sure is grape. This one has some sugar in. It's got 3.9 grams of sugar per 100 ml, but off the top of my head, there's two grape energy drinks. We've had the Monster Lewis Hamilton, which is also a half sugar one, and the Rockstar Revolt, the sugar-free one that they did for a bit. They had a grape flavour. I never saw that can natively in English. I only saw it in, I think it was Polish, it might have been Czech. But I have had the Rockstar one. And then we've got Bubblegum flavour, which again I associate with Rockstar Supersour's Bubble Burst. So I'll be interested to see how this compares to that, because the Supersour's Bubble Burst is one of my favourite Rockstar flavours. Not sure if I made it clear in the last video, Tiger are a Polish brand, and all of the writing on these cans is in Polish, apart from a few English words, which they might well share, Bubblegum being one of them, Explode being one of them. So we'll start with the grape one, so I think the Bubblegum one is going to be the more compelling option, because, you know, we're going to be comparing that straight away to Super Sour's Bubble Burst. We'll start with the grape one and see how that is. I do have to say, it should have gone up already, so I'll put these up in the order I recorded them. But the cactus one, the Tiger UFO, that, yeah, I drank the mango one after the video and went about my day, and I saved the UFO one for the end of the day. It was so I could come back to it. It was still good. It was amazing. I'll be looking to get more of them, even at $1.69. It's only a few pence more than we were spending on Monster Nitro before that come out with the $1.45 price mark. And even then, it's still only 24 pence more. But it's phenomenal. Like, if somebody said to me, Burn Apple Kiwi 500ml can, $1.69, or Rockstar Electric Fruit Mix, not out of date, 500ml can, $1.69. I'd buy a lot of them. And I think this Tiger Cactus is nicer than them. So, even though it is expensive, I can't justify for how much I like it. I can't justify not buying more of those, to be honest. So, it's purple, pale purple. Ooh. So that's the colour. There's two flavours we've got left to look at. One of them is called New School Cool. No idea what flavour that's meant to be. I've asked someone who might stand a chance of deciphering the Polish better than me, seeing as he's Polish. And then there's the watermelon one. So I'm very excited for both of those, because I was thinking that New School Cool could just be a new original flavour, but then it wouldn't have the 20% juice in it, would it? So this, you smell it, definitely smells like grape, but rather than smelling like grape Kool-Aid, like the grape KA, if you've had that, you know, that's like a generic sort of grape flavour. The Lewis Hamilton, the grape aspect of it, so take away the original Rockstar flavour, the flavour you got left is the grape there, the sort of generic grape. It smells like more than that, which I guess might be the Explode. It smells It smells like sort of grape, maybe cherry sweets. Doesn't smell like it's got as much going on as something like Vimto. Definitely heavier on the grape than Vimto. But there's something, maybe a little bit of a Parma Violet sort of smell or something. There's something going on there. We'll try it. Cheers. I think it's the fact it's got juice in it. I think it's a sort of, you smell it and you smell the artificial grape more than the juice or anything, but you taste it and you taste the juice. It tastes like that carbonated grape juice stuff you get. Schlur. It tastes like that. And I think they do a pink one with cranberry in or something. I don't know, it must be like 20 years since I've had that. That's what it tastes like. So if you like that, then you'll probably like this. It's a really smooth, subtle flavour. I'm very impressed, but I was expecting it to be a bit naff. But of course it's got that 20% juice in it, so I shouldn't have been expecting that. I should have been expecting it to be something like this because of that juice. I was expecting it to taste like it didn't have juice in. I'm very impressed. I would certainly drink it again. If all of these were £1 and they were widely available, I'd get this one. I probably wouldn't bother with the mango one because I prefer, I think the Rockstar El Mango edges it slightly for me, but then of course that's hard to get nowadays anyway, so maybe I would get the mango one by virtue of the fact it's cheaper than the Monster Mango, and I still prefer it to the Monster Mango, and it's less sugar than either of the other mangoes I would pick up, and it's still better than Boost, but of course to pick it up instead of Boost Mango it's going to have to be not £1.69. So yeah, if these were the same price as Monster, same price as Price Mark Monster, I'd pick this up again. I'd pick this up over Lewis Hamilton if it was the same price, to be honest. It's got a bit less sugar in it as well, and it tastes better. It's got 20% juice. You know, I think that there's only a couple of drinks Monster even do now that still have 20% juice. I think the Ripper, that was 80 at one point, then 50, then 30, is now 20, but it seems to have settled at 20. That doesn't seem to be getting much lower, touch wood. Then I think the mango one has 20%. I think Pipeline and Pacific Punch might have 20, but they might only have 15. And then you got the new juiced ones like Monarch coming out with 5. So yeah, this 20% juice, Grape, I'd pick this up any day of the week over Lewis Hamilton if it was the same price and if it was as available. If I've got the option in front of me, I'd pick this up over that easily. So much easier to drink. Much more pleasant, smoother taste. That's the thing. Some people might prefer a bit of a kick that the Lewis Hamilton one has to it from Monster, but I think those people would probably prefer other flavours from Monster in the first place, like the Doctor or Pacific Punch or even Super Dry Nitro. If they like the fact that that Hamilton one has more of a kick than this, they'll probably like the other flavours that have more of a kick than that. This, it's really, like, it's got a lot of flavour, but it's really easy going. I really like this a lot. The only thing I'd say is it's not my sort of flavour, but it is better than any sort of mixed berry flavour or any grape drink I've had before. Yeah, like I say, it has been sort of 20 years since I've had it, but that'd be the closest thing I've had to it, I think, is it's going to be that Schlur that you get. I think you see it around Christmas to give to kids who are too young to drink Bucks Fizz. But, I don't know. I didn't show the cans off properly. The cans, again, they have nice designs. This one's got a design, it's very similar to the G Fuel Pixel Potion. You know, it's got grapes and pixels. It's pretty striking, pretty nice can. Then this one's a very pop punk sort of design there with the logo in lots of different colours. We've got some a lot of text on some of these. Tiger Bubblegum, power is back. I think power is back is like Tiger's slogan. Then yeah, there's a lot of I don't know if these are like jokes on a penguin biscuit or something, or if they're just facts about Tiger, but yeah, some of these have little things in them there. 32 milligrams of caffeine per 100 ml, 3.9 grams of sugar. So get into this one. Interested to see what the colour will be. Bright blue. Have some of that. That's amazing. That's a beautiful colour. Smells of bubblegum. We've got the colour of the bar bubblegum pop, which is funny because the Rockstar was made by Bar and that was never bright blue like this. Smells like a very vibrant bubblegum flavour. Yeah, it does just smell of bubblegum, nothing else going on there. We'll try it. Cheers. It's not as sour as Super Sour's bubblegum. It's a lot sweeter, more sticky. But it's not as sweet and sticky and sickly as the Sneak Bubblegum Millions. It sits somewhere in between the two if you've had them both. But it's got that full-on bubblegum flavour of the Sneak. Sort of rounded bubblegum flavour. It's a bit on the sweet side for me, but that's only because I'm used to having the Rockstar Super Sours version. If I hadn't had the Rockstar Super Sours version, I'd say this is exactly how bubblegum flavours should taste, and I'd probably still say that, to be honest. I just prefer more sour flavours. I think this is probably a better flavour. Whether I prefer it or not is hard to say, because when they cut down the sugar and up the caffeine in the Super Sours, they did give the flavour a little bit more of a punch. But that flavour's never been as sort of beautifully rounded as this one. It's never tasted like a full-on accurate representation of a bubblegum flavour. This one probably tastes more like bubblegum than the Bar bubblegum pop. I don't know where Tiger have come out with these drinks from. I said in the Tiger 20-30-50 video that we know they can make good flavours because they got flavours like the blue screen, but then that there's also other flavours like that Mortal Kombat one that was meant to be pineapple and I absolutely hated it. And there was the 50% more caffeine one that just tasted bad. But then they've come out with this range of 6 drinks. I've tasted 4 so far. One of them is mango, which I'm not overly fussed on. But I'd say it was better than the Monster version of mango. For me, a lot of people are going to disagree with that one. But the other 3, they've all been They've been at the top. They've come out on top of the closest things I could compare them to. And that's amazing. The only other time we've seen somebody do something like that is when Rain first came out. And it was like their apple was better than the Rockstar apple. The melon was, well, I mean, still kind of is the only one about. Lemon was better than any sugar-free lemon drink at the time. The blue raspberry was better than the Rockstar blue raspberry or any blue raspberry drink at the time. It was like every flavour was beating its closest competitors, and they were all sugar-free. These aren't sugar-free. They're 3.9 grams of sugar per 100 ml, but that's still generally less sugar than the things we're comparing them to. Even though the Rockstars that we're comparing these to have gone to half sugar and the Lewis Hamilton's gone to half sugar, they're still sort of hovering around 4.5, 4.9. This is 3.9. It's less than 4. Oh, this bubblegum, it's amazing. The flavour, objectively, is just so much better than the Super Sour's Bubble Burst. But personally, I just like that bit of sour. That slightly more sour aspect to the Super Sours. If this was a bit more sour, it'd easily be the best in every regard, I think. I think I still probably prefer it, even though it's not sour. I know I can't even hold that against them because they're not claiming to be sour. They're not claiming to be competing with Rockstar. It's just that's the impression I got from looking at the cans. I'd be interested to know what juice is in this. We'll have to run that through Google Translate. It looks like it's just one juice. It's 20%. Jabal Kawi Zaga Zonigo. I'll have to type it into Google because there's no way anyone who speaks Polish is knowing what I just said there. But yeah, it looks like it's just 20% of one juice rather than a mixture. So I don't know if it'll be apple or something. I mean, the drink looks relatively clear and it's blue. So yeah, I don't know if it'll be just apple juice for the sake of sweetness and saying that it's got juice in. But yeah, that's off the top of my head. I've had 3 bubblegum flavoured things that I can think of: the Bar Pop, Rockstar Super Sours, and the Sneak Millions. This is better than any of them. I'd like to see it be a bit more sour, but that's a very personal preference. I'm just blown away with how well they're doing. And then in the fridge I've got one that I don't know what the flavour is yet. And I've got a watermelon one. So I deliberately saved the watermelon one till last. I didn't expect to open the UFO one and think that's one of the best energy drinks I've ever had. I thought the watermelon's going to be my favourite, I'm pretty sure of that. Now there's a lot of pressure on the watermelon. But yeah, amazing. Tiger have done so well with these. I'm still blown away. I'll wrap it up there. I think I've gone on a long time. But thanks very much for joining us. Let us know if you find anywhere selling these, how much they're selling for. If you find somewhere online that I can order a few cases from, because this is genuinely something I want to stock up on. I'm probably going to go to the shop that my girlfriend bought this from and just ask them if they can order me a case of each one. If a case is 12, it's probably going to cost about £20 a case. I'll wait until I've tried the other two, but yeah, £100 on a case of each one apart from the mango one. It's probably smarter things I can spend my money on, but I don't want to be in a situation where I can't find these again because they're that good. I wouldn't necessarily recommend anyone else go out and stock up on them, but if you see them, I would certainly try them. Yeah. If you don't like them, let me know why, because I'd be interested. Because I think they're amazing. But yeah, thanks very much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Cheers.